guys, welcome back to StarrSoaps channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. My name is StarrSoapy, the Queen Soaper at StarrSoaps, and today I'm going to be remaking pumpkin chai. So come along with me and I'll show you how I make it. Squee! So first things first, I add my cooled lye water to my cooled oils. And I've been doing this for over 5 years now, believe it or not. That's right, StarrSoaps is over 5 years old. Ready to go to school. No, hang on. That's right, StarrSoaps has been going for 5 years. It's hard to believe. I still feel like a beginner at times. Isn't that funny? So now that the cooled lye water has been strained and added to the cooled oils, I'm going to bring it to a light trace, or emulsification as we call in soap making. And I'm going to be adding pumpkin puree into the soap. So I've done a water discount to sort of compensate for that, because I know that I'm going to be adding a fair amount of pumpkin into that base. But I'm also going to be separating off a little bit of soap. One part of it's going to get some titanium dioxide and no fragrance oil, so it will stay bright white. And the other part has a mocha mica, and it's going to have fragrance oil. Now the fragrance oil does discolor, as it does contain vanillin, and I refuse to use the stabilizer, so instead I just go with it and I just make sure I plan my design around the discoloration. So although that soap, when first mixed and poured, is this beautiful bright orange pumpkin colour, it unfortunately does not stay that colour. It actually ends up going kind of a dark brown. So I've added about 80 grams now of pumpkin puree into my 680 grams of oils, which is exactly how much oil I need to fill my mold. And I use a lye solution of 120 grams caustic soda to 200 grams or mils of H2O or water, and I collect rainwater, so it's really beautiful to have on my label. It really adds label appeal to say that it's made with rainwater. Everything as pure and as natural as possible. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix up my colours so I can pour them into the mold.
Hope is not your answer, and love me when love is all you have to give, 'cause you're my angel and you're my goddess, but most of all, you're my essence, and I tell you this because you're my love, and this is real. Close your eyes, please just feel me.
So now with all of the colours in the mould, it's time to do a hanger swirl. So I'm hoping to be able to get a really beautiful wispy swirl here. Sometimes with pumpkin chai, whether it's the vanillin in the fragrance oil or the pumpkin in the soap, it ends up getting thick and I can't do this. But this time round, everything seems to have worked in my favour and I'm pretty stoked and cannot wait to see what that swirl looks like when we cut the soap tomorrow. Now lately I have been making double batches, but for this soap I'm only making a single loaf. It looks a little bit lonely, my little baby loaf. But that's just because I only needed to restock 9 bars. I've been making double batches because I've been selling a lot, but unfortunately the local council here squashed my market and I have not been able to find somewhere else to sell apart from online. So if you're interested in buying some of the soap that you see me make, please send me an email at StarrSoaps@gmail.com and we'll make a soap deal. So here is the top swirled and ready for its beautiful handmade toppers. The toppers I make from soapy dough that I have done. I've found my own little recipe and my own little way of doing it. And I will leave a link below to the video where I show you how to do that. It is a really fun thing to do with your cold processed soap shavings that you might have otherwise thrown away or not had a use for apart from maybe confetti soap. So this is a really good use for those extra soap shavings, and it makes a little kind of like Play-Doh sort of, or maybe more like a polymer clay kind of a substance that you can fiddle with and play with and shape and mold. And honestly, your imagination is your limit. You can just do like all sorts of fun things with these. I am definitely not a painter or a sculptor at all, but I have learned through YouTube tutorials how to make these little pumpkins, and they weren't that difficult, and they look so pretty and very whimsical. So they definitely add a magical element to my soap. And then I also like to top off the soap with little tiny black soap stars. That's right, StarrSoaps. So it should have stars on it, right? And I also make these using my soapy dough. I just flatten it out, roll it out with a little mini rolling pin, and then use a fondant cutter. And you can buy fondant cutters in all sorts of different shapes and designs. There's hearts and there's leaves and stars and you name it. I just love the stars because I think they've become my signature topper. So every bar will get a pumpkin and 2 little stars, and it's sort of kind of Halloween-y. It's good for fall because in New Zealand we have fall and Halloween. They both happen around about the same time. So right now, where a lot of my American friends are experiencing a very hot summer, we're in the middle of winter and there's snow on our mountain. And you know what? I think that might have had something to do with why this soap behaved itself so well. Do you think maybe that could have been part of it? Because my soap room's nice and cold, so there's no heat to interfere and cause things to thicken up? So now we have the cut, and of course I'm very excited about this part. And I love to hear your comments of what you see in these swirls. I am so happy with how these turned out. That soap was just fluid enough but not too runny, and it's given me this beautiful defined swirl. You can see the white and the mocha mica and the beautiful orange pumpkin soap, and even as it's curing now I'm noticing that that orange has not turned as brown as I thought it would, so that's really cool. There's still this sort of beautiful golden aspect to it. We've got some really thick pumpkin-y parts in the middle there. I'm not really sure why that happened because, as you saw, I mixed everything very thoroughly, but I love how it looks. And the soap itself does get a bit ashy as it cures, and I think that has something to do with the produce as well. That one almost looks like 2 angels trying to fly towards each other. So beautiful. So I really, really love this soap. It has a strong chai scent that just takes me back to Bali and just reminds me of my honeymoon, which is really special. And I've actually been told by customers that I'm not allowed to stop making this soap. Like, they love it that much that I just have to keep on making it till I die now. And I will happily oblige. So yeah, I'm really, really chuffed with how these final bars turned out. They smell beautiful and they look beautiful. They're ticking all the boxes. So here's some photos of the wet soap in the mold, looking so super whimsical, like a patch of pumpkins just growing up out of some soapy heaven. And really do think that the stars add a little bit of something. I used to put leaves on them, so if you see my playlist of pumpkin chai below, you'll see what I mean. And I think the stars are really nice because it's like a little hint to me, Crystal Starr, and StarrSoaps. So we've got some photos here of the cut bars, and they're up in the curing rack and ready to start their 4 to 6 week cure before they test pH neutral and they're nice and hard. And this week I'd like to highlight Ilma Hifney and her beautiful soaps that look like chocolates in a little box that looks like a chocolate box. Now, I'm pretty sure I have highlighted this particular photo before. I'm highlighting again for 2 reasons. 1, I love it and it really inspired me. And 2, I'm running out of photos, guys. So hit me up. Come and join StarrSoap's family and share your pictures. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Love you. Bye.
Oh.